The problem I've been facing recently is the fact that change is really hard for me, and I have no idea why. Because the thing is, to me, change feels like I'm basically telling myself that my current self is not worthy of being better, being loved, being cared for, being happy, basically, you know? And so that's why I struggle a lot with change because changing feels like betraying my true self, and I have no idea how to deal with that. That's why I have titled this video something along the lines of "Feel miserable with me," because yeah, that's quite a that's quite a good description of what we are about to do today. You know, seriously think that change is one of the most difficult things a person can have, especially a overthinker like me. I tend to overthink every single situation in my life. If something goes wrong, I have to dissect it. I have to figure out why that certain situation went the way it went. And that's why to me change is really, really, really difficult. And I try to change myself every single day. And I know change is a constant. It's a thing that can never be avoided. But there's a rate of change. You know, uh, there's delta. Delta is basically in physics and chemistry. In science, we learn that delta is the rate of change. Delta G is the change in energy in chemistry, and along the lines of that. Basically, it's like that's what I'm trying to say. The change is inevitable, but there's a rate to change, and the more you try to resist the change, the worse the rate is. And you need the rate to be excellent. You need the rate to be good. Otherwise, how are you going to change if you're making like minimal progress? Let's talk about identity. I know I'm going to off topic here, but seriously, let's talk about it. The movie Ghost in a Shell, the movie deals with identity. Who are you if we take every single thing away from you? Are you still you yourself? And there's this line, when Makoto is next to the I don't remember the name of the guy, but basically the AI in that movie, basically it says that Makoto is fearful of change, and the reason is, there's a certain quote in it: "Your desire to remain what you are is ultimately what limits you." And my fucking god, was that absolutely heavy! It had gravitas, if I may say. I tend to think that people like me, the certain ones who just overthink every single situation in my life, we go through a certain struggle that it's identity. It's not even like change is a byproduct of identity. If your identity is something else entirely, that means you have changed. There's a net 100% change in there if you're someone else. I know I'm making absolutely no sense here, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's like I want to remain who I am, but at the same time, I have goals that will ultimately make me a different person. I want to run a marathon. I want to climb mountains. And like that's the sort of thing I want to do. And ultimately, what that results into is I know deep down within me that I need change. I do have to change. There's no other way I can possibly go about my life without making differences. Because currently I hate myself. Currently I'm miserable. Currently it's like I'm lying down. It's like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? I can do so much better. But at the same time, it's like the only thing I can do from here is move forward. That's the only path from here. I can only move forward. And it's also weird. It's like to me, identity is like every single year I'm a completely different person. And so it's not like change is not there. But currently, at this current phase of my life, I'm not trying to change. And I know I have to change. It's a requirement that I have to change. But I'm not. and that's a problem. That's what I'm struggling with every single day I wake up. It's like I'm relapsing back into my old habits, but an hour later I'm deleting all the apps, I'm deleting all the websites. Like it's like these two different people in my within me are fighting for control, you know. And that's why I'm just scared that when I do finally get the love and care I want, the part of me that needed that would no longer be there. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like I fear losing myself, because if I achieve everything, if I achieve all the things I want, if I get every single thing I want, if I find love in my life, I'm not sure by that time the change that is required to get to that position will leave me the same person I am currently, who does need all this, you know, who does need all this. What I'm trying to say is like the only thing we can do is just move forward, move forward and embrace who we are. You know, it's like another thing I have learned is that it's something I discovered myself. It's something I'm trying to convince myself that is factual, it's real, but I'm not really believing it either. But deep down, I know it's true. The changed me, the person I will become after I change, is my real self. It's not who I am currently, it's the person I will be if I change. That's the truth. I'm not my true self right now. But it's just that I'm so scared of losing my current self, because I just worked so hard to get here, you know, dealing with all my mental issues and every single thing that has ever happened in my life, all the trauma, all the pain, all the suffering, all the misery. It's like I'm tired. I don't want to continue anymore. So this part of me, this phase of me that is currently right now, that is talking to you. It's like I cannot let this one go. You know, it's the one part of me I cannot let go so easily, and I don't know why, and I don't know how, and I and I hate the feeling that I cannot let myself go away. But it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do, man? I want to be better. I want to be something else. I just cannot be that person anymore. I guess I'm sure I have made you all miserable. I'm sure. You know. Goodbye.